and welcome into this Madden Ultimate Team Showdown. I'm your host, the Coach.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. Fielded right around the 8. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Vick. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown. Justin Jefferson. 68 yards. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And Hill will opt for the touchback. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Looking to throw is Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. And he will have a Chiefs first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. On 1st down, Mahomes. And a quick throw here that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Mahomes now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Vick with the incompletion on 1st down, and now that leads to 2nd and 10. Now here's Vick. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And it's caught. Touchdown. Michael Vick with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Tyreek Hill set to return it. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now.
His first carry, he loses the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that.
Touchdown! That's caught. Marshawn Lynch, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. And he loses the football a second time. And this is picked up by the defense. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A second fumble recovery in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the first fumble recovery, they were eager.
And it's caught. Touchdown. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Michael Vick. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it, it's scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They go play fake. Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 66 yards. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's up and good, and it makes it 27-7 now. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they?
And this is caught. Touchdown. 5 touchdown passes now for Michael Vick. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. Now here's Mahomes. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Mean Joe Green busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
Man, it's caught inside the 10. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. It's a big play there. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. To throw, Vick. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Justin Jefferson
there to make the grab. And this offense continues to pour it on. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Here's Tommy Townsend now
as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Taken from just outside the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Vick now from the 50.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. Vic with the incompletion on first down, and now that leads to 2nd and 10. Vic readies to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. Justin Jefferson, 50 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game.
How about that? Because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just him catching the passes, someone delivering it accurately, offensive line giving him time to throw the ball. A true team record, but he stands above it because he was on the receiving end of so many great plays.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say, I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
He doesn't need to change much personally. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hill. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. We own them.
Now Mahomes. In trouble, and he's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Mahomes going to throw. Completes it to Hardman. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. To the football, it's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a line foot down the numbers. There he goes. 20, 10, and with a clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this 2nd quarter.
Indeed, indeed.
How about that for an exciting end to the half? I mean, instead of surrendering a late field goal at the gun, they run back the block kick to extend their lead.
What's that old expression? Fortune favors the bold. They boldly went after it, got it. Worked out pretty darn well for them.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the 3rd quarter. Let me spit this out. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart.
Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown. Justin Jefferson, 71 yards. And this offense is running away with this one. I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, I've lost track of how many times he's been in the end zone. This is just flat unbelievable.
Doesn't matter whether you have an abacus, a calculator, just old-fashioned pencil and paper trying to total it up. The number is staggering. What a performance. This man knows how to find the...
One of that's going to be intercepted. picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Chiefs are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give them a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rally.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
On second down, it's Thompson. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And does the defense have it? They do, says the referee. We're going the other way. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there.
Touchdown! It's complete. Kyle Juszczyk, 28 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is brought in at the 21. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here's the home side to take over on offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And this will set them up nicely deep down at KC territory. And a huge play that time. Vick now being chased out left. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Michael Vick, an 8-yard touchdown run. And this offense continues to pour it on. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Tyreek Hill on the return. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing now is Mahomes. It's complete to Robinson. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Vic back around his own goal line. And he's got this to Jefferson. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Tucker now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. 1-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And Hill will opt for the touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Mahomes now to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. They'll set up a throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And guys, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit,
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. KC's offense ready to take over. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Jack Youngblood. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes throwing the out route incomplete. That's Thompson. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Looking to throw. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And now here comes Kansas City. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To Thompson on the draw. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Returning it, Hill. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it a second down. One final try for Mahomes. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone, as time has run out on this ball game. Nice job there getting the win. Next up, another challenge, of course.
Welcome, everybody. I'm the coach. Up next, another ultimate challenge on EA Sports. To finish this out, here's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We start this challenge off in the first quarter with 3 minutes remaining. Still no points on the board. It's 0-0. You've got the ball on your own 25-yard line. As we get set here, 1st and goal. Wow, first play in the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here comes Marquez Stevenson now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. First carry now for Chris Evans. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Working with 2nd and 5 now. On the handoff, it's Evans. And now a fumble. The ball's out. It's going the other way. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it but couldn't pull it in. Forced out to his left. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there.
That's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside?
Touchdown! That's caught. Michael Vick with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. All right, you did it. You got the win. Congratulations. Keep that momentum going and tackle that next challenge.
The coach here, and welcome to this ultimate challenge. Sit back and relax. You're in for a real treat with this matchup. Let's join this one already in progress. Here's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, we start this challenge off in the first quarter with 3 minutes remaining. We're still without a score, tied at 0. Your opponent has the ball on their own 25. 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Trask now. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well done. You've defeated this ultimate challenge. Now, if there are stars still available, you can always replay the challenge again. Otherwise, it's time to move on to the next one.
Hey, folks, I'm your host, the coach. It's game time. It's Ultimate Team. It doesn't get any better than this. Taking you the rest of the way, here's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Brandon.
We start this challenge off in the first quarter with 3 minutes remaining. Still no points on the board. It's 0-0. You've got the ball on your own 25-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing, Vick. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And it's caught. Touchdown. Justin Jefferson, 44 yards. And his guys have taken a first quarter lead. Nicely done. Another one up, another one down. Keep grinding and keep racking up those wins.
Hey, folks, it's the coach here. Welcome back for another exciting matchup in Madden Ultimate Team. Let's send it down to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis for the call.
Coach, we start this challenge off in the first quarter with 3 minutes remaining. We're still without a score, tied at 0. But your opponent has the ball at your 1-yard line. 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He lost 6 there on the first down play. 2nd down and goal. Trask. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport. Here's 3rd and goal now, back at the 11. From the shotgun, it's Trask. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Blankenship's kick is good. There you have it, another challenge and another victory. Now remember, you can always replay challenges if you left any stars on the table.
Hey folks, it's the coach here. Welcome back for another exciting matchup in Madden Ultimate Team.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from Seattle. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Russell Wilson leads out the Seattle Seahawks offense. The veteran Wilson, a third-round pick back in 2012. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, right at the 30. Following the fumble recovery, Wilson, and his throw here is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at about the 14. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We sort of suspected that the elements might wreak havoc on both of these offenses, and that's been the case. No points on either side as this drive begins. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big play there for Baltimore. He went swinging for the fences on that play. Didn't quite get in the end zone, but, boy, they're set up pretty now.
Okay, that play just happened. Let it go. Time to defend the goal line, bring some all-out pressure, and try to knock them back.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Lynch. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marshawn Lynch taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson.
All right, Brent, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 1st down, Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll run on 1st down. Carson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On 3rd down, it's Carson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
They run it with Carson. And a solid run down inside the 30. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. This is Carson. Now Carson fumbles the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Justin Jefferson, 73 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Lockett the return. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Brian Arakpo. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Justin Jefferson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Lockett the return. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And his throw is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson, it's caught. Lockett. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. To throw again is Wilson. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the second time. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. Oh, the return is Williams. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big play there just before halftime.
But I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Lockett the return. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Kyle Juszczyk. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. But that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You know, you force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Lockett the return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Now Wilson on first down. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers. After the sack on first down, Wilson out to his left. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Third down, Wilson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that.
It got his man complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Justin Jefferson, 89 yards. And the Ravens open the lead up to 34-0. Tucker with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Lockett the return. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Now the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On second down now, it's Carson, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes. Jack Youngblood. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this will go to Carson out wide. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone. This guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up. 4
touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Wilson. Flush to it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Michael Brockers able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Now it's Wilson. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Taken at the 37. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now we will get another look at Seattle's offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. To throw is Wilson. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Now here's Michael Dixon as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. So a change of possession here on the punt. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And Still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Not much there, only a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Marcus Davenport picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Well, they're going to throw it here with Vic. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes, and that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. And just like that, another ultimate challenge has been defeated. Savor the victory, if only for a moment, because you know there's always another challenge right around the corner.